Hello students, today we shall see another variant of Banker's algorithm, that is with resource request. So the case remains the same. I have added a new sentence. Suppose that process P1 requests 102. That is, this is its immediate request. It needs 1 of A, 0 of B resource and 2 of C resources. Okay, so the question is, can this request be immediately granted or not? Okay, so the data structures or the matrices remain the same. We have to go through this algorithm. Okay, so we have to check for the first condition and the second step. Okay, so let's check. If request I, so what is I here? I is process 1. So if process 1's request is less than or equal to its need, only then go to step 2, else it's an error. Okay, so definitely the need should be always greater than or equal to the request, right? Okay, so let's check with the need. Let's check with P1's need. Okay, so P1 need is 122, which is definitely greater than 102. So it is through this step. Yeah, what about step 2? Step 2 says that the request should also be less than or equal to availability. Otherwise, you have to make the process wait. Okay, so what about availability? It is 332. So definitely 102 is much lesser than 332. So the second step also is through. Okay, considering step 3. So if it is through with step 1 and step 2, you can proceed to step 3. Step 3 is modifying these three data structures with respect to P1, that is availability, allocation and need. Okay, now consider this vector, that is 332 here in the availability, as money in the bank. Okay, that is the money of the bank, total money of the bank. So it has 332 rupees and process P1 requires 102, that is 102 rupees. Okay, so when this resource request is immediately granted, definitely P1 will be getting the money from the bank, right? So when it gives money, when the bank gives money to P1, so from 332 you will have to deduct 102. That is what is left with the bank. Okay, so availability is going to be available minus request. So 3 minus 1 is, this is a request, this is availability. So 3 minus 1 is going to be 2. Yeah, 3 minus 0 is going to be 3. I'll not change that. 2 minus 2, this is going to be 0. Okay, so 230 is what is available now with the bank. At the same time, when P1 gets the amount, his bank balance is going to increase, right? That is, this is going to be increased. It is from 200 rupees, he gets 102 rupees. So 200 should be added to 102 rupees, which becomes 2 plus 1, which becomes 3, right? And 0 plus 0 is going to be 0. What about 0 plus 2? It's going to be 2, right? Yeah, so that is what it means here. Allocation is nothing but allocation plus request. Now, what about need? His need was actually 122, right? But then he got 102 rupees already. So now his need is going to be 1 minus 1, which is going to be 0. 2 minus 0 is going to be 2 itself. 2 minus 2 is going to be 0. That is the third data structure is nothing but, as you can see here, need is equal to need minus request. That is what we have done. Okay, so after doing the modifications, the rest of the steps are similar to what I taught you previously. Okay, yeah, see here. How do we start? We'll have to start checking from the sequence, right? It is P0. Can we grant request to P1? Definitely not. I hope you all know the reason, because its need is much more than the availability. Can we allocate resource to can we allocate resource to P0? No, definitely we cannot allocate. Can we allocate resource to P1? Yes. Can we allocate? Yes, we can definitely allocate the resource to P1 because its need is much lesser than the availability. So what do we do when we allocate the resources? You know that we have to add the, after the process finishes its execution, it has to release the resources. So when it releases resources, this 3 will be added to 2, which becomes 5. I hope you remember this, guys, right? So I'll be a little faster. 0 will be added to 3. So this becomes 3 and 2 will be added to 0, which becomes 2 here. So this is going to be 5, 3, 2. So we have P1 in the sequence. I hope you remember what safe sequence is, right? So 1 is in the sequence. What about P2? Can we grant resources to P2? No. Why? Because its need is much greater than the availability. That is 6 is greater than 5. So you can't grant resource. Okay. So you can't grant resource to these two. Yes. And what about P3? Can you grant resource to P3? Definitely you can grant because its need is much lesser than the availability. So I'll write 3 here. Okay. So when you grant resources to P3, after it finishes, it will release its resources. So 211, which will be added to 532. So 5 plus 2 is going to be, yeah, I hope you know this, 7, and 3 plus 1 is going to be 4, 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. Okay, so 3 is done. What about 4? Can you grant resources to 4? Yes, you definitely can grant because its need is much lesser than the availability. So when P4 finishes its job, it will release its resources. So then we'll have to add it back to availability. 7, this is going to be 4. This is going to be how much? It's going to be 5. Okay, yes. So I'll add 4 to the sequence. Next, we'll go back to 0. Can zeros need be accommodated right now? Yes, it can be accommodated. Why? Because its need is now lesser than availability, right? So I shall erase this, and now I shall tick this and say that yes, its need can be accommodated. So what is P naught? Yes, 0, 1, 0. So after it finishes, it will release its resources. So that becomes how much? 7 here, 5 here, and 5 here, right? Okay, next. What about P2? Finally, P2's request also can be accommodated. Why? Because it is 600, which is much lesser than 755, right? So I will write finally this is allocated. So when you add to the availability after releasing the resource of so what went next is 0 got, and then yes, finally the one which is left is P2, right? So we'll have to release P2's resources. So this becomes 10, this becomes 5, and this becomes 7, which is equal to the question which is given. So at the end, to execute. So this is definitely a safe sequence 13402. And remember guys, you can have many safe sequences. Okay, safe sequence is never going to be unique for you guys, because it depends in the sequence in which you take the processes. As I said, you can pick processes in any way you want. That is why safe sequence is not unique. You can get many safe sequences for this. Okay, yeah, this is one such safe sequence. Whatever I have got is one such safe sequence, because I have started from the sequence. That is, I have started from P naught, searching for P naught, P1, P2. That is why we get this order. Okay, so here there is a statement which says if the resulting state is safe, then PI is allocated resources, else PI must wait for request I and old state is restored. Okay, yeah, I hope this is clear to you guys. This means what? If the resulting state is safe, only then PI is allocated resources, else PI must wait and old state is restored. That is, if the resulting state is not safe, then P1 is not going to be allocated, or it's not going to be granted resources, and we go back to the old values only, right? Here right now it's been accommodated, so we stick on to these values. Now I have one more version here. I have written a case request for 330 for P1. So here the case is, what if P1 requests for resources and its vector is 330? You have to consider the just now problem that we finished. Okay, that is, the current data should be considered because it went into a safe state, right? So that data only should be considered to check if the request for P1 can be granted or not. So remember, P1 has 330. Let's go back to the slide. Yes, P1 has 330. What about the availability? Availability is going to be 2, 3, and 0. 330. Can you give the resource to P not, check its need also. It is 743. It has 330 is much lesser than 743. So yes, it goes through step 1. But what about step 2? Can you give? Because 330, right? So 230 availability is much lesser than the need of P1. So you can't give, no, so no resources available, so it can't be given. What about the other case here? Request for 020 for P0. Okay, so you can try with this problem, guys. You have to take the same availability 2, 3 and 0. Okay, so what should you do? You have to check if we can provide or accommodate this immediate request of P0, that is 020. What should you do? I want you guys to try this problem. So you have to check this. I'll give you a hint. You have to check this against its need. You have to check check this against the availability. This is step 1 and step 2. If both are satisfied, then you will have to go to step 3. That is, you have to do modifications to availability. You have to do modifications to allocation, and then you'll have to do modifications to need. After that, you can proceed with the same way. You can proceed in the same way. But then eventually you will find that though the resources can be are available, but then the resulting state is unsafe, because there is one particular state which cannot be given resources. Okay, yeah, so you can check it for yourself. Okay, so these two are some cases which you can check. Thank you.